Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Chris. This is Joy. We have just finished watching the new Disney Plus series Wonderman from Marvel, and we're going to just give our quick thoughts on it, give our little review, and just share your thoughts on it as well. If you want to comment in the box below, share your thoughts, your feelings, and your expectations for this series. Let's just get right into it. Overall, let me start with you, babe. What was your overall thoughts about Wonderman?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Did all of it at once.
Right. And that's, to me, was a sign of they were worried about it. So when, I would say after the first episode, it was a sense of it already felt different.
It did take a second. I don't know that after the first episode, I was like, man, this is the best thing I've seen.
So you weren't locked in. Like, were you not convinced on the first episode?
I just needed to see more how we were going to play this.
Once it settled in, like I would say, once the soup settled, that this was a show, just exactly what it is. Just a guy. His whole world is creating movies and wanting to be a good actor, and living up to that.
I mean, his dad told him from a young age that he was going to be a star.
Yeah, and it was just that, and it just happened to be a guy who happens to be in the MCU, who happens to have powers. And
I mean, that movie.
The Wonderman
was a
inspiration.
Very special movie to him.
Yeah. And it stayed focused on that whole thing. Even though it kind of felt like WandaVision to me, like it was a mystery to it, the only real mystery was, is he going to be exposed?
Well, I mean, actually, initially, the first...
The question, what?
The first maybe 2 episodes.
Does he even have powers?
We didn't even know, does he have powers and does he know he have powers?
Yeah.
Because they really hadn't...
And that was one of the best things about it. It was subtle. I said after watching this, they did an outstanding job of making it character focused. It wasn't a spectacle about superheroes, bad guys, villain of the week, or anything like that. Yeah. It was falling in love with these characters, caring about these characters. His brother, his mom. Even though his brother was a dick, his friends, the fact that he doesn't have friends.
I mean, even for me, what was it? Maybe the 3rd episode when we saw him bust the wall in his apartment up.
Yeah,
I was still not sure
if it was.
Is that his first time? And he didn't know because we hadn't seen anything.
Yeah,
and he didn't.
It didn't
get acknowledged.
Yeah.
Until later on when you're hearing his family talk and the different things that you're discovering. Oh, no, he's had this for a long time.
Yeah. And
they're just all hiding it.
And seeing how Marvel was able to make me interested in this character, a character I've never known much about at all. And immediately I'm in. And I'm not only that, I'm excited to, or hopeful, and want to see more of him in the MCU proper, as far as like movies and whatnot. So I think they did a spot on, a bang up job. It was 100% a delivery of what it promised from the beginning to the end. Mm-hmm. Just a guy just trying to get apart and get over his insecurities and his issues and whatnot, and trying to not let his condition get in the way. And everything else around it was exactly that. It didn't need even though we had an antagonist, it didn't need a villain. It didn't need any of that stuff. And it was a great series.
Ben Kingsley is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. The Mandarin.
Yeah.
I
love the fact that they leaned into his pop culture fame, I guess.
I mean, he's a really good sidekick.
Yeah.
He plays that complimentary role really, really well.
The way his character was assisting Simon the whole time, he was lending that exact same support in the show itself. Best supporting actor. Like you said, he was the perfect wingman, sidekick. I wouldn't even call him a sidekick. He was a wingman.
He gave him great acting advice.
He protected him.
Helped him to bring out the best of his acting. He knew it was in there.
The breathing, using the acting and the techniques to simultaneously help him with his power journey, learning his powers, was a perfect way to do that.
Even like the tryout, he was so worked up, and he was, telling him, get all your breath out, and then just go blank and just start, just do it.
And it showed that's why he was never able to really control his powers. It's all of his anxieties and overthinking. It was perfectly woven in together. And I just thought that Marvel did it showed me that Kevin Feige is back in control.
I'm big on humor. So I thought it had lots of humor in it without being silly.
They didn't go over the top with it. The chief of police from Bad Boys, what's his name?
Pantoliano.
The fact that, him playing himself and the back and forth with him and Ben Kingsley, that made it so believable. And I love the fact that Simon was such a fanboy. He goes into the whole thing about, I know, the Matrix. I know that it's always Keanu, Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus. But he said, no, I feel like your character was really the third part of that triangle. And I'm thinking, and he had me thinking about it. I'm like, you know what?
So he quickly changed from being in awe of him to being like, F you, dude.
Yeah.
You suck.
At the risk of his own career, he still had his friends back. Josh Gad. And we got that backstory with Doorman. That was supposed to be that one episode, like the way The Last of Us did. You remember how The Last of Us went along, and then it had that one episode where it was about the two guys. And then that was kind of like that episode, that one-off that wasn't really connected, but it still explained a lot. We're still left to wonder, where is...
Yeah, what happened?
Where's Olaf? Like, is he gonna be back in time to film Frozen 3? So that's that. I guess that mystery.
The fact that he was singing Frozen in clubs. Oh my gosh, that was.
Singing Summer. That summer song. Oh, that was hilarious. It's like I could see that dude being like that in real life. Like, so they didn't make him a jerk or anything like that. He was, Nobody except if you want to call him that villain, what's that character, the actor?
Cleary.
And I'm convinced, and correct me in the chat, we've seen him in another series recently, but I believe we've seen him in another MCU project. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
I knew it. He was one of the agents. So I was like, I know this isn't my first time seeing him. So we do have Sony characters coming into the MCU. Maybe they don't go into the movies, but they do. Somebody was trying to tell me that Marvel's deal was that MCU characters can go to the Sony movies, but Sony characters won't go to the MCU. So that proves that theory is wrong, unless that's considered a Marvel. Well, I don't know, maybe, but it makes sense. But the whole time I'm looking at him, I'm like, I know I've seen him in another MCU movie. So Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay. Why does he give me vibes that he is going to get into it with Louise? Anyway, from Veep, like I can see them two getting into it because he's such a weasel. Like he's trying to save his own butt. He needs to be put in the mix with her. She seems like the woman that can put him under control. He needs to be in the Thunderbolts movie. If they make a Thunderbolts 2, or when they bring her back, because I feel like she's now going to be positioned to be like a sort of opposite of Nick Fury kind of a thing. He needs to be humble. Mm-hmm. I think she like a Thunderbolts movie should be in his future. I don't know if this needs a season 2, and my first reaction would be to, like I said earlier, put him in the movies. Like I'm not saying we need a Wonder Man movie, but I could see him in Doomsday or anything like that. But then again, I'm thinking, you know what? I like this show being a show. I don't need Agatha all along in Doomsday or anything. I like this as a TV show. I think it works best. I think keeping this. I think Marvel shows staying grounded like that, like this, I think it works. I think it works. I don't need him to meet the Punisher or anybody like that. I don't need him to go to the movie, the big screen. depending on the plot, I would mind it. But I think I like Wonderman as a TV series, and I'm thinking it would work great if it continued on for at least 2 or 3 more seasons. I wouldn't mind it
I
at
mean,
all.
they joked in the series, inside of it, where, at the end episode, and he's seeing the movie, and he's with the director, like,
Yeah.
that was it.
We
There isn't, you can't make a sequel to this. Like, this is it. This is it.
But if we
and then he
did
goes,
do it,
but
if we, you know what? That's
We
the
could
first
talk
time I
about
connected. That's you did. I you know
talk
what?
about it.
I literally didn't connect that to a season 2. That you're right. That is so. But if we do it, I do have an idea. We can't top season 1. I think now. Do you have a top 3 or top 5 for your TV shows?
Of course, WandaVision, and
Yeah,
I'm
we
an
got-
Agatha.
In no particular order. You got WandaVision, you got Agatha,
And this one.
and this one. Do you like this now in that or in that order? If I had a top 5, I'm gonna say WandaVision, Agatha, Daredevil, Wonderman, and this is not the order that I would put it in. That fifth slot was I would say not Luke Cage. Not Luke Cage. Punisher and Punisher. That would be like if I would have a top 5, I'd have to figure out what order I would put them in. But that's gonna be my top 5, and I'm gonna have to do a ranking proper for all the TV shows. But yeah, I think the Simon character, I think he fits very well. Wonder Man seems I don't know. I'm selfish now. I want him in both, but I'm now want to be protective of him. I think maybe he only fits perfectly on the small screen. But that's weird because he's a character who wants to be on the big screen. So maybe that's the hint. He will be in those Avengers movies because he needs to be on the big
I
screen.
mean, we did. It left. I mean, we wrapped some things up, but we still left things open ended, where it was just not necessarily a cliffhanger. Just we can go with this wherever we want to go with this.
Oh yeah, it's wide open. Cause I'm thinking for season 2. Now that Ben Kingsley's character is now free again, this dude can never stay locked up. I have some friends in China that you probably need to meet because they did say that the real Mandarins, what was that? What was his organization called? That they will return. I thought they were going to do a series about them, so maybe that's how they return. Just do it through Ben Kingsley's character. Was it Trevor? I enjoyed it. I think this is a great show. I was very surprised on how much I loved it, and I can't recommend it more.
That's really good.
Go check it out. Go see Wonderman on Disney Plus, and let us know what your thoughts on it. Subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks you guys for watching. Let us know what your ranking is. What is your top 5 MCU TV series out there? Just give us the ranking, your list below. And until next time, guys, have a good one.